What's up, Game Day? I'm Barry Basketball.
And I'm Susie Spirit.
And we're here to talk about what your child athlete has been learning in devotions this week.
Your child athlete has been learning about an animal called a pangolin. And when it gets scared or panicked, it rolls up into a tight little ball and hides from its problems.
The reason we talked about that is because sometimes we do the same thing. But we learned that God is our strength and He is our fortress. And if there's anything that we need, any problem that we need to overcome, God is capable of doing that. So we shouldn't curl up into a ball and run away from our problems, but we should go to God with our problems. And that is what we have been learning in our devotions this week.
See you next week.
Hey Game Day parents, this is Donnie Varney coming back at you for our Parenting Halftime Series. Something that we are saying all season long, which you're becoming more and more familiar with, is this belief that we have that when the parent is healthy, everyone wins. So today I want to talk to you about how to handle mistakes. Have you ever made a mistake as a parent? I must confess, Becky and I have 4 kids, ages 15, 13, 10, and 6. And over the course of those years of parenting, we have made hundreds and hundreds of mistakes. I've probably made more than Becky. I remember in particular one example. It was 10 years ago, so I feel like it's safe to share it now. Highly embarrassing. Becky and I were going to a restaurant with our kids. I was being an all-star dad and husband, dropping them off close to the door. And then I went to park. I had to park actually a really long ways away. And then I came into the restaurant and everyone was staring at me. And I was trying to figure out why they were staring at me. Becky in particular was like really looking at me with a look that I can't remember ever seeing from her. And she said these words, "Where is our daughter?" And I'm like, oh, that's right. And I had to sprint back to the car. Our, at the time, 3-month-old daughter, Addie, was still in the back seat. She told me that before they left, and I forgot. And that's just one of many, many, many mistakes I've made along the way. I don't know if you can relate to that or other ones, but one thing we have in common as parents is we've made mistakes. And the point isn't whether or not we make mistakes. Oftentimes the point is, how do we handle those mistakes? And there's a really, really awesome book that someone gave me years ago, and it has helped me so much as a parent. It is 12 huge mistakes parents can avoid. And so you're still gonna make mistakes, and this book actually just helps you to avoid some of the bigger ones in life. And so I would just really encourage you to consider this book if you're not familiar with it. We're gonna have these books out in the lobby. You can take one today. Probably one of the biggest mistakes we can make as parents is not surrounding ourselves with people and a community where we can navigate all of the challenges that come with parenting. A verse in the Bible that Becky and I read over and over again as a great reminder of our need as parents comes from Proverbs 15:22. It says this: "Plans fail when there is a lack of counsel, but with many advisors they succeed." Instead of saying plans fail, you could also say parents fail when they have a lack of counsel. And I think that's true. Parenting is way beyond just you if you're a single parent, or the both of you if you're a 2-parent home. But regardless, it needs to go way beyond that. And so you need help, you need support, you need encouragement from other people. And so we'd really encourage you, if you don't have a community of friends and people that you can talk with, interact with, and get that much needed counsel and advice that we all need, Grace Church would love to be that community for you. I'm obviously very biased as the sports ministry pastor there, but please know that I really do believe in Grace Church and the resources and help and encouragement that we give to parents on a weekly basis. And so if you're looking for a church home, perhaps consider Grace Church. Thanks for being a part of Game Day, and we'll see you next week.
Hey Game Day, I'm here today with Nita just to talk a little bit about her experiences with Game Day. So, hi Nita.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, very good. First off, just tell us how have you been involved with Game Day in the past?
Actually, I've done a little bit of everything. The kids came in to do the game day, and then I started volunteering as a coach, assistant coach, greeter, wherever they need, I'm there.
Awesome. So how many years do you think?
It's been about 5 years now.
That's awesome. Great. So how would you say you got actually connected to Game Day then?
There was a parent of some kids that went to school at Chapel Hill Christian School with my kids, and she told us about it, and we came and checked it out, and instantly the kids fell in love with it, and so did I.
Yeah. So how would you say, been involved for 5 years, so how would you say it's influenced your life, changed your experiences there? What would you say?
Well, a lot. Honestly, the kids, we look forward to this. This is something we all do together. It's the community that, really brings us together. The love that you feel there. We weren't even a part of the church, and now we are. The kids have been baptized there. So it's just our home away from home.
That's great. So how many kids have been involved in?
4. All 4 of them.
That's excellent.
Yes, until they aged out. And my 6-year-old, she's still working on it. So
That's great. So if you have people out there watching right now, what's the one thing you'd want to tell them about Game Day?
you don't want to miss it. It is so much fun, and this is your community that everyone's looking for a village. Everybody's looking for a community that's positive vibes, and Game Day is where it's at.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. We'll see you next week.